Welcome everyone to Brilliant Directories Webinar Wednesdays. We also have Patrick Brunelle joining us today.
Hi everyone, it's good to be here again. Looking forward to hearing all of your questions and being able to assist.
We'll jump right into it. So we like to do Webinar Wednesdays here at Brilliant Directories. This is a great opportunity for existing customers to ask questions about how the software works. It's also a great way for people thinking about Brilliant Directories to learn more about the platform and get some inspiration of how other people are using Brilliant Directories. If you are not yet part of our LinkedIn group, I highly recommend that you join it. It's incredibly useful, and you can ask all sorts of marketing-related questions on how you should set up your site, how you can pitch your site to potential members and general users, and it really helps you get the most out of your Brilliant Directories website. You can go to brilliantdirectories.com/LinkedIn, and you can just join the group there. And again, just to reiterate a little bit what the goal is of Webinar Wednesdays, we really want to make ourselves available to answer questions outside of whatever you might email to the support team or ask in the community forum. So we want to answer questions from new potential users as well as existing customers about how the platform works and really how to maximize the benefits that are built into Brilliant Directories. And the type of questions that you can ask in this type of open forum, we really want to focus on questions that could be answered in just a few minutes. We want to make sure we get to as many people as possible in the 45 minutes to an hour that we're going to spend doing this. And if you have questions that might be a little bit more complex or may require a little bit more time to answer, we always invite you to email support@brilliantdirectories.com. Now for the fun stuff. Pat, take it away.
All right, thank you very much, Jason. We're excited to announce the deal of the week for this week, which is the article slider that you can put on your homepage. I believe Jason has a couple of examples to show you, but essentially you can get it at 65% off for $50. So basically what you're able to do with this is using your blog, so that would be the /blog. There's a difference between the blog and the member article. This is for the blog itself. So you're able to go in and hand pick 5 articles that you feel would benefit your particular website and have those highlighted at the top of your homepage. So for those of you that are into content marketing, you may write dozens and dozens of articles, but there are certain ones that you would like to pin to the top because there's better conversions, people interact with that some more. So that's a great feature if you're looking to do that. I have it on my own website, so maybe Jason you want to show that. So here's a website that I have for Language Institute, and basically I handpicked articles that help sell the product that we're promoting. So all these articles are things that if somebody knew nothing about getting TEFL certified in Costa Rica, they'd be interested to read about, and if they did read them, essentially they would probably end up contacting us or submitting a lead, so they're more engaging to the awareness stage. If I had any old article in there, sometimes our articles are just generic articles that wouldn't really captivate somebody new to the site. So these are 2 different uses you could use for the blog article slider on your homepage.
Yeah, I have another use that you actually mentioned in last week's webinar, Pat, is instead of focusing on featuring blog articles, they could be instructions on how to use the site. So like 5 reasons why members should join, 5 reasons to search the site, and anything else that could be focused on providing instructions or information about your organization rather than just your newest featured blog article. So there's a lot of things you can use this for. The most common would be, though, is to feature your top 5 articles from your website directly on your homepage.
And that's controlled by the design settings in your admin panel, so you're able to control where that displays as well on your homepage. So it doesn't have to be at the top. You can have it in the middle of your page, at the bottom of the page. You're able to control that the same way you're able to control the streaming widgets for coupons and for properties and so forth.
Absolutely. So you can go to brilliantdirectories.com/promo. The promo does end at midnight Pacific time today. So we hope that you guys can take advantage of that deal of the week. And last week we had a contest to post on social media. And the contest winner was Dan Hall. And you posted on Facebook the little message that we asked you to post. We picked you randomly. We had a lot of people do that. We really appreciate your participation in that. So Dan, as soon as you see this, you can email support@brilliantdirectories.com. What you've won is $250 in Brilliant credits, and you can use that towards any of the add-ons on the Brilliant Directories website. So you can take your pick and go on a little shopping spree here and decide which add-ons you want to be included on your Brilliant Directories website. And for those of you watching, if you want to learn more about our add-ons, you can go to our brilliantdirectories.com website and just click on add-ons here. This is something new that we've added just a few months ago. So congratulations to Dan Hall. And now for the contest of the week for this week, we do have another way that you can win a prize. You can go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/Brilliant Directories, and we've featured a post at the top of our page. I'll go there right now. So if you go to the brilliantdirectories.com page, we do have a post pinned to the top of our Facebook page. All you have to do is like and share this post, and next week we will choose another random winner, and we'll have a different prize to share as well. So just come on over to our Facebook page. You can like our Facebook page and then just like and share this post that says launch your own money-making business directory with Brilliant Directories. Just click like and share and you'll automatically be entered to win the prize next week. And now for the reason we've all come here is the questions and answers. We don't have anything to present today. All the questions will come from you guys, the awesome audience. We're really glad to be with you guys today and join you.
All right, so Jason, we actually have two questions that are very similar. One that was asked by Eric and another one that was asked by Dan, our winner. And they're both asking how you can hide certain information based on membership level settings. Dan's question is, how can I remove the large Google Map feature from a claim listing? That's actually something you can control in the membership level settings, I believe, correct?
Yeah, that should be. Dan, I've gone ahead and unmuted your microphone. Are you there with us, Dan?
I am. Thank you very much, and thank you for the contest.
Congratulations on winning. And you're our first question of today, coincidentally. Where are you calling in from, Dan?
San Diego.
San Diego.
America's favorite city.
All right. Yeah, I'm in Los Angeles myself right now. So do you mind if we head on over to your website and see if we can update that together?
Please do. Thank you.
All right. And so, Pat, can you just repeat the question for me one more time? And Dan,
yes,
what's the name of your website as well? Sorry about that.
Spanish.plus.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, so basically he has different membership levels. He has the claim listing membership level. So what he's looking to do is he's looking to hide the Google map that appears on the profile page for that specific product for the claim listings.
Okay, great. So, and you want to do this on the claim listing levels, right, Dan?
Right.
All right.
So, for example, let's say Yabla, or you're choosing Pimsleur, which is great. That's fine.
So for everyone out there, Dan has a membership level that's set at the claim listings, and he wants to hide these maps, both of them, right?
No, just the big one. I like the little one, but I don't want the big one. I want their logo, which Pimsleur's logo is Speak Spanish Like a Native, to be at the top. What they can see their own logo is being premiered.
Gotcha. Okay, actually you bring up a good point. So we do have a setting, and I can just click on the claim listing here. We do have a setting to hide Google Maps. So now we're editing the claim listing product here. We do have a setting to hide the Google Map on the profile page. But what I think that's going to do, Dan, is the problem you've run into is it's going to hide both of the maps, and you want to keep the sidebar one.
Right. But let's go ahead and save that and see how it looks.
Gotcha. So let's just do this. And you actually bring up a good point. You know, that sidebar one is something new we added, and I think we might want to add 2 settings there for you guys, the users, so you can choose to turn off the maps individually. So now we see that both maps are gone. So let me do this. Since we don't have an individual setting to choose those specific maps, let me bring the maps back. And I have to go a little bit into the code to remove that big one, but you bring up a great point to add an additional setting for each map. So let me...
And what you're going to teach now, Jason, goes right into Eric's question. He wants to know how he can hide certain elements based on membership level. So this is also going to address that question.
Right. So you can hide a lot of things based on the membership level here in the additional settings. I'll just go back there for a moment. So you can hide their phone number, ads, the send message links. You can also do something really cool, which is hiding the website's header and footer, which removes your logo and the footer from there and makes their profile page look like their own website in a way. But let's do this. I need to create an if statement. This is going to be a little coding. Again, we're going to make this a setting in the future. It makes perfect sense. But let me just get an if statement that checks if a listing is a claim listing. So I'm using the show widgets function here. And I know that this shows only if the person is a claim listing, you know, are you so-and-so. So I'm just going to look at the code here. And let me just take the if statement. So everyone's looking at some complicated code. I just want to see this if statement here. If the subscription type is claim. And again, if you're a developer, just know that you have access to this. And if you're not a developer, our goal is to make the settings available so you don't have to dive into the code like this. So we're going to go to Content, Edit Post Settings, and we're going to go to the Listing setting. Or excuse me, we're actually going to go and edit the Profile Overview tab, because that's where the map is. It's in the Bootstrap Theme Overview tab. So your website is comprised of different widget modules. So if you ever want to know, if you need to get into the code and want to know what to edit, you just use the show widgets function and it kind of guides you on where to go. So there's already an if statement here if the user has a latitude and longitude saved and, you know, whatever this stuff is. So I'm just going to add something here. I'm going to say and subscription type is not claim. So as long as it's not a claim listing subscription type, it should show that map. So let me remove this and we'll save the changes. So I just added that one little line of code there and just need a minute to refresh. And sometimes when you make a change, you might want to use the refresh cache button here. Might just take a minute or two to see your changes, and this can help expedite it for you. So let's go back to this member here and view live profile. Okay, so now we see the map is gone, Dan.
That is exactly what I wanted.
And we see that the sidebar is still here. So granted,
this is such a great platform. I'm actually going to do another website that's not even directory using this platform. That looks great.
Perfect. But yeah, thanks for bringing this to our attention. You know, we just added this sidebar map here, so it does make sense to have an option to choose which one of these maps you want displayed on their profile page. Okay, well, really appreciate it, Dan. Congratulations on winning that project. Let's just troubleshoot it real quick. Let's look at someone who's not a claim listing.
I just started, so I don't have someone who's not a claim list.
Oh, I see. These are premium lifetime members. Okay, well, yeah, it should work just fine because it's just targeting people who are claim listings.
Yeah, I have 2 different types of members. I have members who come and they're free to look around the website, to use any of its resources. Then they are looking for people who have claim listings, people who actually have a listing. So anyone can come and look for any resources. I post Spanish language resources, websites, discounts that are available to them across the net. But then the businesses themselves can put their business on the directory, and that's a fee-based.
Okay, fantastic. Looks like you've done a really good job building this out, and I really appreciate your questions, Dan.
Yeah, if you scroll to the bottom of that page, see I added somebody else's idea that I found.
Great. Yeah. Makes it look like more and more complete in a way.
Yes.
All right.
You guys are doing a great job. Thank you so much for all your help. I'm very excited about using this product.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you very much. Site's looking great. All right. Let's see. We have some more questions. Great example from Dan here. Let's see who's got their hand raised. Colette, I'm going to unmute your microphone here. Colette, are you with us?
Hi, Jason. Yes.
Hi, Colette. Where are you calling in from?
From New Zealand.
From New Zealand. What time is it in New Zealand right now?
It is 1:15 in the afternoon.
Okay, okay.
Tomorrow for you.
For tomorrow. Okay, so you're from the future.
That's right.
All right. So, yeah, what's your question? How can we help you today?
Our main question at this stage is finding keyword searches. If, for instance, if somebody searches doctor on our directory, because we've put them under medical clinics, no doctors come out. Is there any way we can put those keyword names so that those searches will come up in the auto search?
So do you mind if I go to your website, Colette?
Yeah, go ahead. oamarudirectory.co.nz.
Okay, so here's your website, and let me just do an open search for anything right now. So I see that a lot of the members are part of the businesses category, and then these are the subcategories like community. So what are you hoping to search for?
If I go into that auto search, the keyword search bar on the front page.
Okay, and you type in.
And you type in, I want to type in doctor. Nothing comes up because our subcategory is called medical clinics.
I see.
Not doctor.
So we do have a advanced setting. So basically,
before you go to that, can I just say something really quick, because this comes up quite a bit. So a lot of people look to do what you're looking to do right now. This comes up quite a bit. What Jason's about to show you is excellent when you have tens of thousands of members. But when you're getting started, if you're getting started and you have, let's say, 15 or 20 or 30 categories and you only have a couple hundred members, we highly recommend starting out with what we call the guided search, because a guided search instructs the public who's new to your business. You're educating them on a new product that they've never seen before. So there's a learning process for them to find out what type of businesses are on there. So by utilizing a guided search, you're going to guarantee they find results each time, because only categories that appear that are in the system are going to appear as options. And they're also going to learn what type of businesses they can find. So have you tried the guided search?
No, I don't believe so.
So let me just make sure that my screen's being shared. Yeah. So here's actually a good friend of mine's website, iLaw Connect, and it's a directory of lawyers and expert witnesses, but it could be for anything. So the guided search is essentially, instead of typing in a keyword, which you still can do in the top here, on the main home page, where you basically have a drop down with recommended categories, and then and also subcategories. So I just chose expert witness and then the other categories. And what Patrick's saying is, when you're first starting out, you don't have everything filled out to the max, and this might provide a better search experience for visitors, because they know what your website offers. But I do want to also answer the question that you originally had as well. So would you want to consider adding a guided search to your homepage rather than an open keyword search?
Obviously, the directory is going to grow. We haven't yet launched, so it will get bigger. So can you show me what the other one does, and then we can decide which would be more suitable?
Yeah, let me go back here. So what's really good about Brilliant Directories is you can choose different types of search modules to have on your home page. And what Colette has done is she's elected to use just a simple singular keyword search. Because this is already a localized directory for the Oamaru area, correct? There's no real reason to enter a location. So as you can see, Colette has removed the location input here and here, because it's redundant to have to choose Amaru all over again. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Design Settings, Homepage Layout, and then Homepage Search Settings. And this type of search, there's a lot of them here. So filtered search is the guided search, but that does include locations. What you may want is simply a top and sub-level category search. And let's give that a try.
Before you do that, Jason, our top level is businesses. We've got a sub-level and a sub-level so that people can join on different things. So I don't know if that will work in this circumstance.
Gotcha. I actually think that's another one that we can create is just because we do have like subcategory plus location. We have top and sub only with no location. Let's try the sub-level search just to see what that's going to look like. I think that may be the one that we actually want. So again, what Colette's saying is she has one top-level category that all her members are a part of, and then they select other multiple sub-level categories. So actually, this is the one that you may want. We could hide the top level, but we do have, so we'll choose business. We can hide this top level one, Colette. And so basically your website, let's ignore the top one here, would start with tell us what you're looking for, and then it can be automotive, business services, home and garden. This is a much better experience for the users right now because they know what your website offers. So if you choose health and beauty, and then you get the subcategories here of hairdressers, and then
can you show Colette that you can also type for those that are on their cell phones? You don't need to scroll; it'll also work.
That's right. So you can type automotive as an example, and it'll automatically limit this. But what I'm going to do, so that's what I would recommend. And what you would want is just the sub level and the sub level. We would get rid of the location and the top level, correct?
Correct. However, because it's such a small community for this directory in particular, a lot of them will be looking up the names of the business. So Frizz's hairstylist, they might want to put in Frizz, which is why we chose the keyword option.
Understood. Okay, I mean, you can do it either way. Let me revert it back, but you also have the keyword search up here that's always on your site, which is another alternative. I am also going to recommend that our team creates a sub plus sub level search for the home pages, as you know, you can create lots of combinations of searches here. Let me revert it back to keyword only, and let me go to your original question, which was the following. Let's go back to your home page. So what Colette was originally asking, let's bring it back full circle, is she has a category called medical, but she also wants to associate other keywords. So if someone types in, for example, doctor, it will recommend the medical category. Correct, Colette?
Correct, yes.
Okay. So we do have a feature. It's an advanced setting. And what this is going to do is enable related keywords, I think. Here it is, show related keyword fields in categories in admin. So we're going to set this to 1, and that's going to activate. Let me go to your categories right now. So this is where your categories look like in your admin. Let's look at your subcategories. So we can see the subcategory name, the URL, and also the parent category, and in your case, all the top levels are businesses. Let's enable this show related keyword fields for categories. And let's let that save. And if we come back here, we should get an extra column here. There it is. So there's keywords here. And let's find your medical subcategory. So under medical, let's add doctor. Okay, so that's saved perfectly. Now I want to search doctor here real quick, and there you see medical is showing right here. So let's refresh the page. So if we type in doctor, it's going to recommend the subcategory medical now. So
Okay.
you now have the ability to add keywords that are related to a category, so you can kind of anticipate what people might search
And test it.
and test it out. In my opinion, this is nice, but for search engine optimization, it might be, well, actually, you can go either way. It depends how large your website is. As your website grows larger, you might want to just make a dedicated category for doctor. But again, that would be a decision for you to make. But this is now you have access, Colette, to add keywords for your other categories here, separated by comma.
Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to do. Thank you.
You're very welcome, and we will, whether you use it or not, I am going to recommend the team create that additional sub and sub level search for the home pages. Thank you so much for that recommendation. Thank you, Colette, for tuning in from New Zealand. Okay, that was a great question, very in-depth and a little higher level there, but really good. Eric B., I've unmuted your microphone. Are you with us, Eric?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Can hear you loud and clear. Where are you calling in from?
From Boulder, Colorado.
All right, go be you. Yeah, so what's the question you have for us today?
So yeah, you showed the if-and statements that I think I was looking for because I was looking to basically eliminate the member profile badge stuff that shows up on the dashboard for people to use. And I also wanted to eliminate the QR code, so I guess I just need to create some if-and statements for those.
Not at all. There's actually a quicker way to do that. I can show you. Do you mind if I check out your site?
No, go right ahead.
What's the name of it?
Demodays.com.
Let me show everyone what you're referring to.
I wanted it to apply to 2 specific levels so that because it's going to be a consumer who's looking at these levels, that it doesn't show up on their profile dashboard. So like free attendee and premier attendee are the levels I'm looking for it to not show up.
Okay, attendee premier. Okay, so let's see who's an attendee premier right now. Okay, so you don't have any free attendee, you said?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And let me show everyone what you're referring to. So let's log in as a Zaki, and we'll log in here. So what Eric's referring to is this is just a general user, and he doesn't want this QR code image or this member badge image to be available, because essentially what this does is this provides a direct link to their listing, and we don't really need these people to be searchable in the directory, and we don't need them to have listings, correct? You just need their information to be registered, right?
Correct.
Okay, so the best way to do that, and there are options here in the membership level setting. So remember, you can always go to Finance Manage Products to check out all your levels that you've created. So these are all his products, but you can also just click here and you can edit the membership level here. So if I'm correct, if you change the search visibility to listing searchable on website, basically is this going to be like a business listing that's going to be searchable, and because it's a general user, you don't want them to be found like the rest of your businesses or professionals on your directory. If you set
actually, I see in my case I need these searchable because I'm going to have an option where a brand, and as far as levels go, a brand can log in and see these 2 member levels as far as who they favorited and what categories they quote-unquote liked.
Okay.
So I'm wondering, so that was what I was asking, what I was trying to get into was that, does this require you to basically create a separate web page per level so that the dashboard is different for those guys and not anybody else?
No, you would just use if-then statements in that case. If you wanted to code a new dashboard, you could just use if-then statements. Let me just quickly show what setting this to no does, and this would, and I understand you still want them to be searchable, but let's just for a moment make them not searchable. That would remove the QR code and the link here because there's nothing for them to link back to their profile pages. Also, the link to view their public profile is removed here, as well as here there's no link to view profile, just edit the profile. And if we go to view his live profile now, this is when you get that message that it's not a public listing. But again, in your case, you do want to maintain a public listing. So what you should do is you can just add, because you need to get a little deeper in the code with that. I'll set this back to yes. You can just make some if statements, and let me just save that. What you can do is, what's really nice about the managed products, each product has an ID. So you just need to create an if statement, like if it's not product ID 3, then display that QR code stuff.
Oh, okay.
So just make, so I think it's like a subscription ID is the, it's like this. Subscription ID is the variable. So
okay.
just use that
I'll put that in the chat. I'll put that in the chat right now, Jason.
So you would make a statement like if, I'll just do it for you real quick since I'm here. If website, if subscription, and then you do subscription ID is not, in this case, 3, then I'll send that to you in the chat there, Pat.
Okay, thanks. And then I had one other quick question, if you could show us. What is the, what specifically when you enable profile statistics in a member, what does that show a member?
That's a really good question. So what he's asking is there is an add-on for profile statistics. So enable profile statistics here, yes or no. And what it does is, let's log in as this Zaki guy, and let's edit his profile. As this statistics are set to no. Let's go to someone who's set to yes.
Yeah, you can go to the brands.
Brands, okay. So obviously, members see value in your site when they get inquiries from your site, phone calls from people who found you on your site. That's then going to be the reason professional members are going to pay to be listed on your website. But sometimes it's hard for them to visualize it. So we've created this add-on that's member statistics. And what that does is it tracks a few things. Let me log in as this member here. And this is a really good way to show value for your members. Let me make sure these guys have it here. These guys have, it is enabled.
Yeah, because that's what I wanted to use as an upsell for some of these guys, but I didn't see anywhere where it was like I was wondering if you could show us like someplace on another site or something that was, if it was more data or something.
The data that gets captured with this particular version is the amount of clicks on social media links, profile views, and the website link. That's basically the data right now that's being tracked.
Okay.
We are going to be coming out with an add-on in the coming weeks. That's going to be, it's going to make the phone number that shows on the profile be something you need to click on to view. It's going to track that data. Also, it's going to track every single send message inquiries to start providing a little bit more robust data, because that's what businesses are really going to care about. That's going to get released as an add-on in the next couple of weeks here.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot for that.
Let me show you just one more second what that tracks. So this guy has like his Facebook and stuff. Let's go to his profile.
Okay.
And let's click on each one of those links. So it does really awesome stuff. So first of all, it tracks how many impressions how many views their listing has received, which is highly valuable. And let me just open all these in a new tab. These count as clicks. So now I've clicked on these once, and I think I've logged in as this guy, Demo Days Admin. So let's go to his profile. And let's go to Profile Statistics, which is under their Manage Profile area. And for February, right now, let's see here. It should be tracking all the links. Maybe I had to click on it normally, but it's going to track how many clicks they got on their Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn profile, whatever the links they have on their profile. So once they come in and see this, they can't deny the fact that your website is giving them the additional online exposure. So it's a huge selling point to have the profile statistics.
Yeah, okay, great. Thanks a lot.
All right, you're very welcome. Thanks for your question. Okay, Emily. Emily, I've unmuted your microphone. Are you there with us?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, Emily, do you mind if we head on over to your website?
No, that'd be great. It's selectbraces.com.
Select, oh, excellent name. All right, just give me a moment to load that up. So when you say you want to change the date on your blog posts, let's go to your site real quick and check out one of the blog posts.
And I'll tell you why. We've been working on content. So we want to add a bunch of articles we've worked on for the last month, but not have them all post on the same day.
Okay, so are these the articles you're talking about, two-way texting for, okay. So let's actually log in as this member. So I'll go to this listing here. And I'll show you guys another cool trick. When you're logged into the admin and you're looking at a specific post of a member or you're on a member's listing page, you can easily log in as that member here. You just click on Edit Listing and it'll log you into the member's profile who posted any piece of specific content. So now we're logged into the author of this article, who is the admin blog contributor. So let's check out the blog articles published so far. And let's look at, this is a draft. Here's the two-way texting. So this one was published on January 27th. If we can edit this, you know, it looks like you're actually missing the published, you can choose a publish date, Emily.
Okay.
Let me add the newest one for you. Give me one moment.
Okay.
The form.
I also didn't understand the categories.
Sure. So let me go to Bold Business Daily real quick. So they have different categories for their blogs, like life, business, money, career. So in your case, you might want marketing tips for orthodontists, software or technology for orthodontists, best practices. So you can have different categories, you know, managing the money as a, you know, for an orthodontist, different things like that. That way you can, like this one's related to kind of like marketing or technology. Yeah. So you might want to have a technology category. So
and if you wanted to edit that category, where would you go to do that, Jason?
Okay, let's do that together first. So you want to manage your form in the form manager. And I'm just going to I'm going to restore your form for you. Just give me one moment here. So you have the most up-to-date form.
And anybody that's listening in today that doesn't see the post-date functionality that Jason's about to show, if you don't see that for any reason, that's definitely something you can email in to support@brilliantdirectories.com, and someone on our staff will be happy to help update that on your website as well.
Exactly. So guys, just give me one moment. Let me do this for her.
And while you do that, I'll explain the functionality of this and why we added it. This is only for the blog article. So again, you're using the admin blog writer. That's the official blog for /blog. And the post date, what it allows you to do is not only can you retroactively change the date so you can make it look like it's been around longer, but you can also publish an article for the future. So perhaps you have 20 articles loaded, but you'd like one published every day for the next 20 days, but you're going away on vacation. So you would upload all of those articles and you would just select a future date, and the article will go live on your website according to the date you selected for it, so you can be sure that you'll continue to have fresh content being posted on your website.
That is, yeah, so you can write 10 articles on one day, you know, have a cup of coffee or a glass of wine, and then you can set them to be scheduled anytime in the future. So it looks like you're blogging daily or weekly. So it looks like I've done what I needed to do on your site to restore the correct form that has the blog articles here. I'll go ahead and share my screen again here. So let's go back to your site, and if we refresh this page. Okay, great. So now we have a publish date here. And so basically all you need to do if you want to change your publish date is to edit this field here. And you can always come back and set something for the future, or I should be able to go to the past. I guess you can't, but you can always set things for the to be published in the future. Are you looking to set things to be published in the past as well?
Well, we were thinking if that would be possible, but if
Okay.
we can just edit them out, that's okay.
Yeah, I think you can just manually type it in here. So like you could do
Looks like it.
January 1st, and then you just, click away, or there should be a way to do that here.
Right now it's
Thank
not
you so much.
possible. Right now it's not possible, Jason, but it is possible in the MySQL. I don't know if you want to show that, or if we'll look to just do an update to the published date so it could go in the past.
I think it would be better to do an update to the publish date to give everyone really full control over this. But this is how you do it. Let me show you where you can change your categories now.
Okay.
So you go to your form manager, and we're going to look for your blog articles feature form, and we're going to edit this. And so these are your different form fields, like you see the publish date, the article title, the category. This is what people enter. And so this is where you can change your category names, like category 1, 2, and 3. So you can change it to like technology,
Marketing.
What else would be a good category, Emily?
Clinical.
All right. Clinical. What I really like on this page also is you don't have to scroll up to save changes. You can just do Control S on your keyboard, and it'll automatically save the changes for you. So people who are kind of power users, it'll save you some time on a lot of the admin pages in Brilliant Directories. So if we refresh this page, we can set the category to technology, and we'll just save the changes. And now this article is part of the technology category. And there you have it here, posted on 1/20. And again, you can change, we'll be able to change this post date now that you have the feature.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Thank you for the question. Okay, good question on editing blog articles there. Bezod, we have Bezod on the line. Are you there, Bezod?
Yes, hi, how are you?
Very good, very good. I hope you're enjoying the webinar so far.
Yes, thank you.
All right, so what's your question for us today?
Okay, so I wanted to know for the real estate directory, I shared the link, but if you could go to forrent.ca.
Okay, give me one moment.
Okay.
I believe is this a Brilliant Directories website, or are you trying to have us look at another third-party website?
It's another website, and I wanted to know if I can add this feature to my real estate directory.
Okay, great. Let's.
And for rent, Jason, is the number 4 and then rent.ca.
Correct.
Awesome.
Yes. So you see on the top left there's a logo banner that I wanted to allow the property managers to put, and also the building rental info box and the available rentals part.
Gotcha. Okay. And this is a specific listing here, correct? I mean, this is a real estate listing, right?
Correct.
Okay. So you do have control. Do you have a site with Brilliant Directories right now that we can check out, compare it to?
Not yet, no.
Okay, that's not a problem. Let's go to our property demo at Brilliant Directories. So this is a Brilliant Directories site. It's honestly very, very straightforward and simple. It lets you publish properties, and people can search for properties. Some basic stuff, keywords, obviously location is important. It's connected to Google Locations API. You can choose the status, if something is for sale or rent, the type of property, and just like we edited the categories for Emily's blog posts, you can change the type of properties. And then of course bedroom, bathroom, and you can change the price ranges as well. So let's just do an open search for properties. Oops, that takes you to the home page. Let's do an open search right here. So here are the properties. So you can see the same search here on the sidebar. Let's go to Elegant Apartments in Miami.
Okay.
So this is just out of the box the page that you get with Brilliant Directories. So you'll see some similarities with this forrent.ca. You'll see a Google map. This one's actually recommending related properties. This one just gives you a map of where the property is located. You'll see the important details of the listing, the price, bedrooms, baths, the status. With regards to the form here, basically you want people to inquire about the property, and you want the real estate agents, whoever listed the property, to get those inquiries. That's why they're listing on this website, correct?
Exactly.
So on every page you post, whether it's a blog post or a property listing like this, there's always a contact this member link. And what that does is it provides the contact form here. So you can say, I'm interested in touring this property, so on and so forth. Excuse my spelling here. So, you can, and then they put their name, address, phone number, and then they send the request. And what you can do is, for your site, instead of contact this member, we can actually change what this says here. And I want to do that here. Let's go to the admin here. This is for our demo site. And what you can do is you can go to text labels in the admin, and any text you see on the front end of the website, you can change it. So I'm just going to look for contact this member, and we can see it here, contact this member. So we can change that more for inquire about this property, and then that's what the form will say. So we can save the changes. And we'll go to back to our demo site here, and we'll go to property listings. So this website, the forrent.ca, I'm assuming it's a very established website. Tons of users and traffic go to it. So here you can see inquire about this property. And if you wanted to, you could really put the form there. If you wanted to, you can make the button bigger and highlight it a bit more. But all the basic elements, you can even have banner ads and share links, but all the basic elements you need to get, again, this is a highly developed site. To get 90% of what they've probably spent millions of dollars to create here, you can have it on Brilliant Directories. As well as, enlarging the images as well.
Okay. And or adding that box of information to show that they have 1 bedroom, 2 bedrooms, and their phone number and the logo banner. Is that also, can we also do that from the admin end, or do we have to?
Sure. So it would be a little, so this is a page template. It would be a little bit of customization work, but basically where you would go to edit what you're seeing here is right here. Let me direct you to there. So you want to go to your content and edit your post settings. So properties is a type of post. So we'll look for property, and we're going to edit that. And we'll just wait for that to load. And you can choose how the properties are going to look on the person's actual profile page in search results. But in this case, we want to edit the detail page design.
Okay.
And again, lots of confusing code here. It's actually not that much, but you can choose to put like the user's logo. So you can see this is posted by, and then it does user full name right here. You can, if you're a developer, very easy customization, but you can also render the user's logo there. You can render their phone number. Any of the person who listed their information, you could access the code and put any type of metadata, address, phone number, link to their website, anything that's on their profile page, you can also put on this page as well.
Beautiful. And when the users contact the members and they get emailed, can we also track that information that they got?
Absolutely. So the number 1 reason people start directory, the number 2 reason people start directory websites is because those sites generate leads, and usually directory websites are in a particular industry. So if you also service that industry, Bezod, you can cherry pick the best leads that come from this website because you're the owner of the website. And you can choose to send that lead to the member that it was intended for. You can choose to sell that lead to the member and generate revenue for yourself. You can also sell that lead to multiple members who meet the criteria. And for sites that are actually generating a lot of leads, they're starting to utilize our automatic lead matching system. So every piece of content that's posted on your site, whether it's a blog article, coupon, event, property listing, or even the business listings themselves, they're all getting inquiries from the website visitors interested in the content that they're looking at. And for you to monetize on that is a great ability, and that's what Brilliant Directories has with the automatic lead matching. So as soon as you notice you're getting good web traffic and they're trying to contact your members, this would be a great tool to have on file, added to your website, the automatic lead matching.
Perfect. And on the website, you could do rentals, you could do sales. I shared another link in the chat there. For new developments, would this website cater new developments in any sort? Because for new developments, the categories usually don't involve dollar amounts. It's really where the location is, or when the new, let's say, new building is going to be constructed and finished.
Sure. You can just set the price to 0, and you can do all statuses. You can do new development. You can add it's just like adding a category, so you just add a new development, and the property type, maybe it's residential development or commercial development, so you might want to specify the type of development project it is. Maybe it's a gated community of homes that's being developed. I don't know exactly. So you could specify more property types than what you're seeing here.
Okay. I could probably make a category for all the developers or the company names even.
Absolutely. So this is to search properties. You can also have your search to also search the actual agents that who are listing the properties. So you can not only search for properties, you can actually search for an agent, and you can search for people based on are you a real estate agent, residential real estate. You can have different categories for the members. And these are your professional members. Oh yeah, so you can search for like a real estate agent who specializes in commercial leases, loans, purchases, refinances. So this is a really great way to add more functionality to your website visitors.
Oh, so I can invite even mortgage people, real estate lawyers.
Absolutely. So you can look for a loan broker, and then again specializes in residential purchases, loans, leases, whatever it might be.
Can these people be charged for putting up these listings, let's say mortgage people or lawyers?
That's the whole reason you're going to start your directory with Brilliant Directories, is to charge people to participate. If they're professionals, you want to charge them to participate. You might have a free option to start, but you definitely want them to pay to be featured or utilize more features of your directory.
And when they pay, I was told that maybe Stripe and PayPal, when they pay and they submit a listing, would it automatically recognize the payment's been successful to put their listing live, or do you have to do your checking?
Yeah, so it's going to, usually when you connect Stripe, it really gives a good success rate or fail rate, so it's instant. And also in the admin, you'll be able to see if any payments have failed. Sometimes people's credit cards, they're expired and the monthly payment wasn't able to be charged, and you're able to search all the skipped payments, we call it, or unpaid invoices in your admin. So you can easily identify people who may have missed a payment with you, and you can take a proactive approach to contacting them.
Beautiful. And a final question. For your maps, would you guys, for future updates, be making a maybe, let's say, more of a dynamic map search? So while you're looking at listings on the map, for it to generate below also a grid list?
I know what you're talking about. So you want more like an Airbnb style. So as you're searching, you get the list search results and you see the results on the map.
Exactly, just like that, or even the forrent.ca map listing.
Right. What I know, I think we might have a sidebar module that that plots the search results in the sidebar here. So you can kind of see on the side here the results. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that we have something like that for the sidebar.
But,
yeah, it's good. You know, our goal with Brilliant Directories, a lot of people look at $1 million websites or you know, even $1 billion websites now with the valuations they're given. And our goal is really, you know, it's going to be hard to get you 100% there, but if we can get you 80% there, it's definitely worth it for people, you know, who have these big ideas for projects like yours.
Yeah, you can start off, get the cash flow, and need be, you can start adding on.
Exactly. You can get a good proof of concept without breaking the bank.
Exactly.
All right. Thank you, Bezat, for your question. Great question about the real estate.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, yeah, great question about the real estate theme, really looking at a lot of the features here at Brilliant Directories. Cindy, I've gone ahead and unmuted your microphone. Cindy, are you with us?
Yes.
Okay, where are you calling in from, Cindy?
Minnesota.
Minnesota. I hope the presentation has been somewhat helpful so far.
It has. It has.
Good, good. So what's your question for us today?
Well, my site is theplace2stay.com. That's the number 2. And I've got quite a few listings already. It's a travel directory that includes hotels and vacation rentals. And on all of the listings, I'd like to be able to, I have the send a message off because my goal is to send a click-through so that they book at the hotel or the vacation rental. So I have the send the message off, but then that means the logo in the upper left-hand corner sends to a page that says it's not a public listing.
Okay, great. Let me get to your site and we can actually take a look at that and try to fix that together. Okay, great. So theplacetostay.com. Okay, and looks like you have a good pulse here with members and leads and stuff. So this is your site, and can we go to one of the members listings that you want to achieve this on? Is it any one of these members?
Actually, let's go down. Those are bigger groups. Let's go down and let's go to
the more recent members.
Yeah, let's go to A1 Beach Rentals.
Okay.
You just scrolled past it. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I just want to pause for a moment here. Brilliant Directories, obviously SEO is really, really, really important to us. That's the most important thing to a website, is being optimized for search engines, and part of that is creating a good user experience. As you can see, related searches here on the sidebar. In case you wonder if people are wondering what this is, it basically takes the member's location, so this is Lincoln City, Oregon, and it matches it with their, let me scroll down here because you have it a little customized here. It matches it with all their specialties, and it creates a combination of links that link to search results pages. So it creates a really good internal linking map on your website. Let me just click on this one here. So this is search results for, sleeps max in 4, Lincoln, so and so. But let's get back to your question here. So explain to me what you're looking to do exactly.
So right next to where the header says A1 Beach Rentals, there's a logo there.
Yes.
That logo, if clicked on, will say that it's not a public profile because I have the message shut off, send a message shut
Right,
off.
so this shouldn't link in the first place.
Right.
Okay, so let me explain to everyone what you've done here is, let's go to your members. So as you guys can see, normally on one of these listings, there's a lot of button that says send a message. There's a form in the sidebar that says send a message. And what she's done here is she's suspended the ability for this member to receive direct messages. And let's find that member. Search for A1. And is this the person here? A1 Beach Rentals. So let's edit the premium membership level, which she is. And under additional settings, there is an option to hide notification links, yes or no. And right now, well, it's set to no for that. Is that the same person?
Yep, it is set to no. There is no message link. I knew how to do that. My problem is that the logo that appears on the member profile page actually tries to use that same send message link. So when you take the send message off, then the logo link is broken. So if you click on that right now, if you click on that logo.
Right, it'll try to take you to the contact page right here, connect,
right.
And we don't want that to link.
I would want it to link to the web address.
You want it to link to their website, okay.
Yep.
So what you can do is that would just require a small, kind of like an if statement. Like if they even if they do, it has to check if they have a website. So let me do that for you. So I use the show widgets feature. I'm going to get the if statement that shows this this website link here, because I know that it checks if there's a website link there. So we're going to look at lots of complicated code for everyone. And we're going to go down to website. So here it is. It's if the user has website and they're allowed to, and the subscription is if you're allowing that website to be public. So we're going to take this. And then what we want to do is edit the Bootstrap theme member profile header, because that's where the logo is.
Mm-hmm.
And I see you have 2 of them customized. I'm going to disable one of them. The system will always process the most recent one. We're actually putting in a system in place to make sure that duplicates aren't made. But let's edit this one here. And lots of complicated code for everyone, but if you're a developer, you love this. Unlike WordPress, you have to go into PHP files. Everything's easily accessible here. So we see the link here, and it's linking to /connect, and we don't want to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a if statement here, and put an if statement in an if statement, kind of. So this first one just checks if they've uploaded a logo or profile, and this next one's going to check is if they have a website and a so-and-so. So let's just change this now and get the website link, which is this one. And we'll change the URL. And what I'm also going to have it do for you is open in a new tab. So they're going to the new web page, but they're still going to have a tab open to your website. So that's usually good practice when you're sending people to a website outside of yours.
Perfect.
Okay, so and we'll just we'll do else. So if they have a website link, to do the link with the image, and I'm going to put if they don't have a website link, to just show the image itself.
Great.
And this is part of the fun of Webinar Wednesdays, is kind of live updates on the spot.
It is wonderful.
Okay, so this should work now, and just going to go ahead and I can just close it like that. Okay, it looks good. It looks good. It looks like something is, let's save this here. Okay, we'll get rid of the show widgets. Okay, it looks like I did break something. Let me fix it. Let me remove this here. Don't worry, I'm not going to leave you hanging. We'll get this working. Okay, there we go. So this company, A1 Beach Rentals, has a link to their website right here. So now if they click on this logo here, it opens a new tab, and it's going to take them to their website here.
Wonderful. And that will apply to all of them across the board, including, because I have the sub-accounts feature, so that will include sub-accounts as well?
Exactly. And let's go to actually, just to make sure everything's working fine, let's go to a member that doesn't have a website, like this person here, and let's make sure that it's not linking anywhere, and there's no link. I can't click it. I can't do anything.
Perfect. Perfect. One last question, and
Sure.
I've got you, if that's okay.
Sure.
If we go back to my home page, we can see Microtel in the newest recent ones. He went in and put several changes in, and once he did so many updates, it's now broken. It says that it's got too many redirects.
Yeah.
How can I prevent that?
Perfect. So what the system does is every time, so this is the URL for this member, and Microtel in suites, whatever it is. Let's say the URL is my name, John Doe, and let's say I change my name to John, so it's going to save my URL as John Dojo. Then I save my name as John Jackson. It's going to change the URL to Jack Johnson. The system creates a forward from the old one to the new one, John Doe to John Jackson. Now let's say I change my name back to John Doe. Then it's going to redirect John Doe to John Jackson and then back to John Doe. This is really good for search engine optimization because if the URL of a page doesn't work anymore, the system is going to redirect you to the correct page. But from time to time, you can create what's called like infinite loops where it's just sending you in circles. So what you can do is go to the Developers tab here and go to your 301 redirects.
Mm-hmm.
And these are all the redirects that have been created, a lot of them actually. So let's look for the one related to this guy. We'll just look for microtel, and we'll actually delete any redirects for this member that could be sending you in an infinite loop. And then we'll see if that solves the problem, which I hope it does. So let's go back.
It will.
It will, Pat? Okay, good.
It will.
We were actually talking about creating an option to kind of just delete all your redirects, but they are good to have like in bulk. But the problem you're having is actually very rare, and it's usually better to have the redirects because they act as a fail-safe
Right.
for search engines to go to the right place. So here's Microtel's profile now. We deleted the redirects that were kind of spinning you forever in a circle, and now it's going to the correct URL.
Perfect.
Okay, and you can do that for anyone that might be having the same problem.
All right, wonderful. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Great questions.
Great things that you guys do.
Awesome. Really appreciate your feedback. Keeps the team motivated. Okay, great question from Cindy. Okay, let's go on to another question. We got Vincent on the line here. Vincent, is your mic working with us?
My mic is working.
Okay, where are you calling in from, Vincent?
I'm calling from Dallas, Texas.
Okay, yeah, what's your question for us today?
Okay, I think I wanted you to go over how the automated lead thing works. What actually do you need to have for the lead to work? Do you need the name and the email for them to be able to be a part of the automated lead program?
I think this is Pat's area of expertise, and I'm just going to say one thing is I think it's name and email, but also with the automatic lead matching, you want to take advantage of the category requested and maybe location as well.
So I added in the form, I turned on the category. So if they're looking at a Ford, they have to click a Ford, or they have to click it. So now, will the lead only go to the Ford?
Yeah, I'm going to let Pat take that one, and maybe Pat, you want to share your screen and check out Vincent's website for him?
You got it, absolutely. So,
Awesome.
Vincent, did you purchase the auto matching?
Yes.
All right. So, do you want to go ahead and let me know what your website is, and we'll go look at your site.
It's OEM Parts Dallas.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen now. So Vincent here has purchased, I do not see the auto matching being purchased here. This is an add-on that is purchased with Brilliant Directories. You can see it on our add-on page, but here there is no auto matching per se on your website.
So Pat, I remember. I remember chatting with Vince. He should have the auto matching turned on for his website.
All right, so I will go ahead to a site that has it for now, and you can definitely email me directly. I think I already sent you a message, Vincent, but I'll show you how it's working on a site.
If you go back to that page, just if you scroll down a little bit, it said auto matching. If you just go back to the page, my site, I saw there was an area that said auto matching.
This is the layout that I should be looking at, Vincent.
Okay, gotcha.
So that's how I.
This.
Yeah, and then we have this green box here for the advanced auto matching settings for your website that you can set, and we have the different actions by membership levels. So basically, I did want to go over this in the next call because it is extremely robust and it's a very powerful tool for our platform. But essentially what Vincent is asking is if somebody fills out, let's say it's a get matched form. So let's say it's a lead generating form like get matched. He's asking, okay, somebody fills out this form, like an ask a quote, ask a question, when will members receive that lead automatically? So you can set it with auto matching. You can tell the system, I would like the system to send out a lead to 50 members. So if there are 50 matches, I want 50 people to get an email of that lead, but I only want 3 people to be able to accept that lead. Because of course what we don't want to have happen is for that person that submitted the lead to get 50 emails from 50 providers. That's a poor user experience. But you can control how many members on your website can accept a lead. In order for the auto matching to work on your system, here are the minimum requirements. There needs to be a category or a location field. It requires one or the other. So when you look at the actions here, so let's say the main action for my site, I'm going to scroll down, and here what we're looking at, we have the location fields and making the location fields mandatory. So when you're looking at the get match form, this is the location field. So the auto matching engine needs to know, okay, somebody's looking for a school in Dallas, so I'm only going to match it to schools that are in Dallas. Or perhaps locations don't matter. There's a lot of local directories where they don't want people to have to input the location values. So in that case, you would just say display location fields, no. You would say make location fields required, no. And then you would make sure that the categories, however, need to be selected. It needs to be either the categories or the locations. For exact matching, if you have a national directory with lots of categories, you would want both of those things to be enabled. So now when I refresh my lead generating form, actually this one, no, that's a little bit different, my apologies. But let's go ahead, no input, and see if that fixes it. 1 second. Hopefully it hides the map. No, it did not. I'm not sure what's going on there in that instance. But did that answer your questions in the sense of the category fields?
Right. I did make the category fields required because I wanted to go out to, it's only the people in these city, Dallas, Fort Worth area, so I wanted to go out, but I only wanted to go to the Ford, so I made the categories required, and but then I wanted to know what exactly, so the name, like like I put in the name of the person getting the email, and then I put the email in, so it will, when it's working, it'll automatically, if a lead comes in for a Ford, it'll go out to the Ford people.
Yes, that's exactly how it'll work.
Okay, so let's say, like right now I don't have any Ford people paying. We're going to give them the leads for free, but as soon as some people are paying the monthly, we have to charge a monthly fee here. I want to turn them off. I want to turn them off to only the people that are paying.
Right. So then you can funnel leads based on to people on that are a certain membership level. Is that correct, Pat?
Okay.
You can create action flows.
That's with the advanced leads module. That's what we're going to have installed, where you can control it by membership levels.
Okay, great.
Perfect. Great question.
I am really, really happy with your site. I'm getting, it's only been up about 2 weeks. Every day people call me for parts.
That's amazing. That's amazing. All right, Vincent, thanks for the question. Thanks for joining us in the last few webinars as well. Look forward to seeing you in the future ones.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks. Great question about the advanced leads module there. It is highly robust when you get the advanced leads module, the automatic lead matching. It does provide a wealth of tools to manage leads as your website is generating them. Sheila, I've gone ahead and unmuted your microphone. Sheila, are you with us?
Yes, I am. Hi.
Hi, Sheila. I can hear you loud and clear. Where are you calling in from?
Chicago.
Chicago. All right. Is there anything specifically you liked about the presentation today?
Yeah, I really love the fact that people are asking some of the same questions that I have. So I I mean, yeah, so it's really good that you guys are doing this, and so I really do appreciate it. I don't feel like an island to myself now.
Good, good. Yeah, I think it's good for everyone. I mean, I think half the questions today were just feedback on how to make the software better, and we'll definitely look at those and see which ones we can implement as soon as possible.
Great. Can I ask my question? Or
please, please, yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, sure. Okay, so the main thing that I wanted to know for now is when you get to the category or the listings landing pages, things are out of alignment based on how high or how long the text is, and I want to know how can I get it in alignment globally.
Gotcha. Do you mind if we take a look at your website?
Sure, it's fidoandme.com, FIDOANDME.com.
Perfect. And I know exactly what you're talking about, and I'm going to show everyone in the audience here. So here we are on your site, Fido and Me, and let's just visit your site. So when we have search results, and is this for member search results?
Yes.
All right. So when you do search results, you have an option to have a grid view, and I'm assuming you're using the grid view.
Yes.
Okay. So here's the grid view, and it puts 4 in a line, and as you can see, not all of them are equal in height and so on and so forth. In fact, we can see different data on different people. For example, these people haven't really uploaded a profile photo.
Right.
This person has a very skinny profile photo, a logo. This person has reviews, which the stars take up a little bit of space. And this person has a very tall logo. The way we set this up like this was more like a Pinterest style, and it's called a masonry stack. Let me just go to Pinterest real quick. Let's look up wedding dresses. That's always fun.
Okay.
So let's go to Pinterest, and you'll see what I'm talking about, the masonry style. It'll kind of grid things that are different heights. You can see this is a long one here.
Right.
And so you can see, this is called the mason. So this is one style of doing it. And it really is to utilize the space as best possible. What I can do for you is this. This would be a quick workaround. We could actually set a minimum height that this is required to be. Let me see how I would do that. Just a moment. It would be this. Okay. Let's see if we can do it using a little CSS magic here. Let's just set the height.
And I just want to add a little something to that, Jason, is that another big bonus of it being this way and why I would personally absolutely leave it like this. Can you minimize the screen and go to a mobile layout view, Jason, if you can?
Absolutely.
The reason why Pinterest does this is they don't want to have a bunch of dead space. So if we do make a short one that has almost no information be really, really tall, then what's going to happen is they're all going to be forced into being, you're going to look at a lot of dead space if you're forcing it to be a certain size. This is a very clean way to maximize how much information someone can see on their cell phone or a tablet without just looking at a bunch of padding in between profiles, because people's attention spans are very short, so the more compact you make it, the better it's going to be. So you have to imagine how much money and investigation and invest in looking into these things websites like Pinterest do, and there's a reason why they go with layouts like this. So my recommendation would be to keep it like this, but of course every site and every website owner has their own personal taste, and Jason's going to show you how you work around that, but again, I just want to put my 2 cents in there.
Thank you for that, because, yeah, okay, so I'll let Jason finish, and then I want to ask a quick follow-up question to that.
Okay, you can ask the question while I'm doing this, that's fine.
Okay, so then Patrick, so since Pinterest does it that way, I mean, I guess they're finding that users are fine with that, because I guess when you look at it, you come to the site, it just looks out of balance to me, and especially at the bottom, if you just have one lingering off to the right or in the center, it looks like it's incomplete or something, or as though the site has just been thrown together, and that's what I'm trying to avoid. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. So let me, I hear you loud and clear. So let's assume what a good minimum height would be. I think 50. And again, a little bit of that is a subjective opinion. Really the best way to do it, and I don't know if are you familiar with Google Analytics?
Yes, I haven't used it, but I am familiar with them.
So Google Analytics really shows you, you know, the how traffic is interacting with your site, how long they're staying on pages, if they're leaving a page. So using that quantitative data of, you know, how long are people spending on a page really gives you good insight as to if the page is good or not. So, and I agree with you. In this case, this probably does look a little bit better. So what we've done now is I've made the white space modules, if we whatever you want to call it, a minimum of 450 pixels. But just the downside is that, you know, these are kind of, there'll be white space here. So that was like just a little bit of a quick fix. So on some of these you'll have some white space below, but it is keeping things kind of in line here.
And also, it looks like she has 12 search results. So perhaps if making it be 12 people instead of 9 will address this issue that she has, where there's always one lingering at the bottom.
That's a great. So yeah. So in the search results, you can actually choose how many members you want per page. So you know, there's different pages. Let's make this a solid 12. So 3 rows of 4. So the way to do that is under your edit post settings, and we're going to edit the listing settings because it's the member listings. And we go to search results design, and if we scroll down, there should be an option here. Let me see. Did I miss where it is? Here it is. Results per page. Let's set that to 12.
Oh, okay, good. That's what
you're going to love this. It's going to look nice and clean now. And the reason it's 9 is most people have a sidebar in their search results. So 9 is perfect because it's 3 sets of 3. But now since you have 4 wide, you'll see when we scroll down, it's going to look a lot cleaner. When you get to the end of the page, it won't look like an incomplete page like you're referring to. So there you go.
Okay, that makes more sense. Thank you. That was a quick fix, and I was pulling my hair out trying to figure out how to do that. So thank you for that.
Absolutely. Let's see.
Can I ask one other quick question?
Sure.
This is really quick. So in terms of, can I switch themes, or once you buy, because I don't have the full package yet, can you switch themes? For example, I was debating if this might be better for the geolocation theme. Can I do that or no?
Let me see. So the themes are basically a combination of 3 things. Colors, which you're using like black and green. The search result module that you choose on your homepage, and we talked about the homepage search modules earlier in the presentation, and also the images that you choose. Can I make a recommendation?
Of course.
You're using the horizontal search here, and it's covering a lot of your people's eyes, kind of like it's been redacted by the CIA or FBI. So let's go to the design settings, and let's make this a vertical search. See, it's covering this guy's mouth like he's, you know, maybe he's, it's covering this lady's eyes. So let's do this. Let's change your homepage layout, and let's make it a vertical view. And let me ask you a question. What is the focus or purpose of your website?
The purpose of my website is for dog parents to come to be able to find services and eventually coupons, deals, and also to get lifestyle tips about living with their dog.
Specifically dogs, right?
Yes, only dogs.
All right. And then who are these people listed? What are these search results? Are these
services, local service? Well, I'm calling it local services, but it's services.
Okay. What I would also recommend is what Pat recommended earlier, which is the guided search or the filtered search. Let's do top category and location, and find services. Let's just get rid of the find. Just services and lifestyle pet and tips for you and your dog. Well, you can change this later. I do recommend having a title there. And then I see that you're using the slideshow background. But let's immediately see what this is going to look like a before and after. I see you have our coming soon page, a great way to collect email addresses while your site is under construction. And then I'm also going to recommend this. So this is a little easier now, this search module. What I would recommend is, I don't think you need the slideshow, but if you do use a slideshow, what I would recommend is, let me go to our demo Bootstrap site, is choose images where the subject is on the right side of the image and the left side is kind of like just background, as you can see, because it makes reading the text a lot easier, and you're not going to be covering anybody's face. See, we're still covering this lady's face and this guy's mouth a lot less, but search for images where the subject is more aligned to the right side. Here's a pet right here. So, and then, so look for images like this, and it'll make your...
No, I'm sorry. I completely understand what you're saying. I was just doodling because I really wanted to make that search box a lot smaller than what it is, but I couldn't figure out how to do that. So I just said, for now, let me do it. But no, I totally understand what you're saying.
Okay. Thank you so much for the question. Looks like it'll be a great site, and happy we could get the grid view looking a little nicer for you.
Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
You're very welcome. Okay, great. Yeah, we went a little bit over time here, but it's our pleasure to do so. Get the deal of the week. It expires at midnight. I promise you, you're going to love the featured article slider for your homepage. It's a great way to feature content, and feature content that's going to instantly connect with your website visitors, potential members that are going to sign up to your site, and also a better way to represent your brand and, you know, kind of the tone and voice of your brand's and then we have the contest of the week. Last year's contest, last week's was Dan Hall. This week's contest, go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/Brilliant Directories. You can do it right after this presentation. Let's go there together. And what you need to do to enter the contest is, we have a post at the top of the page. It's pinned to the top. All you need to do is like it and share it. Both of these actions, and we'll automatically choose a winner next week for the contest. You got to tune in for the contest, and last week the winner was Dan Hall. He won $250 in Brilliant credits to use towards any add-on. So thank you very much for everyone that joined us today. It was really great being with you here. And we hope to see you in next week's Webinar Wednesday. Don't forget, after this webinar, you can register immediately for next week's webinar.
Thank you, everyone.
All right. Have a great rest of the week, guys.